Hello and welcome to the Super Saturday debate with me, Zakir Jacob. A police station in Punjab's Tarn Taran district was today attacked. The attackers used a rocket launcher to target the police. This is the second RPG attack in Punjab in just the last 7 months. Remember, the intelligence headquarters was attacked a few months ago. A multi-agency probe has been ordered. The opposition has launched a scathing attack on the Ahbaab Party government over the recent attacks that have happened in Punjab. But the manufacturing mark on the RPG has been identified and it's now confirmed that it was manufactured in Pakistan. Remember, there's been a change of guard in the Pakistan army just in the last few weeks. There has also been very hawkish statements by the new and the incoming Pakistan army chief. Has Pakistan been exposed after the Tarn Taran RPG attack today?
बहुत क्लियर इंडिकेशन है कि ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਟਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਗਵੰਡੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਟੂ ਬਲੀਡ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਾਈ 1000 ਕੱਟਸ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਟੈਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਹੈਗੀ ਇਨ ਕੋਆਰਡੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਦ ਬੀਐਸਐਫ ਇਨ ਕੋਆਰਡੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਦ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਏਜੰਸੀਜ਼ ਬਸ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਤੋੜ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਾਂਗੇ
सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई करेंगे और जब से आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार आई है बड़े स्तर के ऊपर बहुत बड़े बड़े गैंगस्टर्स पकड़े गए हैं।
All right, we'll be joined in a moment by Jasmine, Sandhawalia, spokesperson of the Punjab BJP. Ahbaab Singh Grewal is a spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab. Ramnik Mann is the political analyst, and Sukhi Chahal, editor-in-chief of the Khalsa Today, and Dr. Vikram Singh is former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Grewal, let me start with you first. Fact is, you had what happened in Patiala a few months ago. You had, of course, the attack on the intelligence headquarters in Mohali. And now you have this attack that's happening in Tarn Taran. Fact is, something is off about the security situation in Punjab, and I'm afraid the Aam Aadmi Party government is not taking it as seriously as it should.
Let me reassure everybody, we are taking it very seriously. First of all, the fact is that there have been record breakthroughs. The fact is that the political patronage given to the drug-politico criminal nexus in Punjab is over. The fact is that we have busted networks, we have caught people, and we are going after them. Now, as far as this attack is concerned, this is what we call a foka fire in Punjabi. This was a little bit of mischief mongering. I was on a debate right before yours, and a Pakistani panelist was showing a bottle of water. So that this is how we can send it, we can write this ever. So this is mischief mongering on part of our not so friendly neighbors. But we are very serious. Political patronage is over, and as far as the security of Punjab is concerned, we will not allow them to do any such thing. They tried this. Look, this has been a pattern in the 70s and the 80s when they pushed Punjab into a very bad situation. Right now, there is the political will, and the police is totally free to conduct its operations. And well, when you step on the tail of a cobra, it will raise its head, and we will go after them. We will go after them, and they will not be spared. And I'm very sure that as far as the bigger situation is concerned, the national agencies will also be like totally in tandem with the Punjab police. And Punjab police is a professional post. Yes, it was neglected for a few years, but now that's not the case. And we have a lid on the situation. The data suggests that as of now, the criminal gangster nexus in Punjab is under lots of pressure, and the politicians are seriously scared of providing any kind of patronage to them, because they know that the government.
Let me ask Ramnik Mann. You know, the worry and the problem is that we saw what happened in Patiala a few months ago. We saw what happened with the local Shiv Sena leader there. Now we are seeing what is happening in Tarn Taran. And you have a change of guard, you have a new army chief in Pakistan who has said whatever he has said over the last couple of weeks. I don't want to go into that. But fact is, there seems to be this impression, Ramnik Mann, that the guards are being lowered, especially politically in Punjab, because it's a border state, it's a security sensitive state, but the guards are being lowered. Is that a fair assessment or is that misplaced, Ramnik Mann?
No, your assessment is fair. I'll go beyond actually, Zaka. See, you need to lower the guard when you have a guard. The guard seems to be completely missing. I'll tell you how, and I'll substantiate my argument also. It's because, in the past 1 month, over 3 police protectees have been murdered in Punjab. A gentleman speaking before me was mentioning record breaking. The only records which are being broken are that of murders. The only records that are being broken are that of dacoities, of ransom, or target killings. So, my again point is, the Pakistani ISI and their rangers have established 6 drone centers, launch pads, close to our borders. And Taran Taran has been a hotspot. And you forgot to mention the the previous RPG attack on the police intelligence headquarters in Mohali. So, not just the public, but also the police is the target of these the terrorists. So, at this point in time, when you have somebody representing the government saying, in Punjabi we call it a foka fire, it is like telling a kid ki kaka kidi margi kuch nahi hoya. It's like, consoling a kid ki kuch nahi hua ji, cheeti mari hai. So this is not the way you conduct business. Okay. It is a serious affair. We are talking about Punjab, a border state. We have the longest running border with Punjab, which is a very active border with Pakistan, which is a very active border.
Okay,
they have not been able to address.
Let me go to Jasmine Sandhawalia of the BJP.
Ramnik
Mann, give me 1 second. Give me a moment. Jasmine Sandhawalia of the BJP. The fact is that Aam Aadmi Party is saying that BJP is hyping up this whole security issue, whether it is Patiala, whether it was what happened in Mohali at the intelligence headquarters, whether it's what has happened in Taran Taran today. Fact is that you have a popularly elected government, more than 90 MLAs to the Aam Aadmi Party. That is the will of the people of Punjab. And if there are security concerns that arise from time to time, no one can guarantee that had there been an Akali BJP government today or a Congress government today in Punjab, that these security concerns would not happen.
Well, I would like to answer that the people of Punjab have overwhelmingly voted for AAP and they have 92 MLAs. The 92 MLAs are expected to go to work. And Punjab is a border state and our whole geography tells us we have a hostile border. And since last 8 months, if you notice, the incidents of crime, of looting, robbery and terrorist activities has increased significantly. This is really belittling and it's a question of a great concern, grave concern for people of India. You have to understand that just 3 decades back, Punjab was going through a huge militancy movement. And with great effort by the central government, Punjab has been restored to peace and order. And look at what happened in the last 8 months. There was an attack on the intelligence headquarters in Mohali. Repeatedly, these acts are happening. And unfortunately, AAP's inexperience and noviceness in governance is being reflected and Punjab is bleeding, sir.
May I
Mr. Grewal, quick response and then I'll go to Sukhi Chahal as well as Dr. Vikram Singh. Yeah.
AAP's inexperience, let me just make a few facts clear that there was an ISI agent living in the CM residence of Punjab for the past 4.5 years. And that ISI agent was given, a known ISI agent was given a visa by the central government. He was a chief minister of a different party. And of course, Mr. Mann is also a fan. And now he's with the BJP and all the nationalists. Ma'am, the Punjab police got Punjab back to peace, not central agencies, number one. Number two, we Punjabis are proud of the fact that we have been able to maintain a secular state. We gave our lives, my relatives gave their lives for the secular state, and we will make sure that and no such mischief happens. And the fact is that I'm not belittling anything. All I'm saying is that everybody is on their toes. The government is there. And when chikus and sitafals have been planted, sir, the roots will be there. And now the same people are in the central, are with the BJP. And it's very easy to say that this is what the record says, that the crime has come down. Record says that we have busted them, we have caught them, and we are going after them. Well, we will do it. Let them try. We assure you, we won't let them win. Punjabis will not let them win. That's our assurance.
Okay. Let me ask Sukhi Chahal of the Khalsa Today. The fact is that we have seen statements of threats whether it is from the UK, whether it is from Canada, whether it's from the United States. Is there a feeling that the Punjab government is up against the odds, as it were, that we've heard from, the Gurpant Singh Pannus of the world, we've heard from, the Goldi Brars of the world. The fact is that the Punjab government today is up against the odds, up against the wall when it comes to threats, and threats of a very serious nature, including those of the Khalistan movement that are being revived by these elements day after day.
Yes, I definitely agree with you because this is very, very concerning, especially for the NRIs. NRIs is also very concerned. Anybody sitting in the diaspora, actually, so they are concerned even visiting Punjab in these days. And on the other side, actually, so these Khalistani, so-called Khalistani, you just mentioned the names, and they are enjoying the safe haven in Canada and the US. And even the other country. This is very, very unfortunate. On the other side, one side actually, so they always claim that we are running the peaceful movement, this and that. But on the other side, they always claim the responsibility of all the terror activity. End of the day, they cannot hurt the government of India. They cannot hurt anybody else. They are hurting the people of Punjab. And the people of Punjab living inside the Punjab and living outside the Punjab within India, and also the Sikhs are living outside India. This is very, very big concern, and very, very unfortunately, the kind of claims, especially this guy making, so-called the custodian of the Khalistan.
Okay. Vikram Singh, the fact is that what happened in the 80s and possibly even the early 90s, that is a bad chapter. That's like a bad dream. No one in Punjab, none of the political parties, none of the people there, no one in civil society wants to go back to those dark days. But the fact is, you look at what has been happening over the last 6 months or so, from the Pannu threats to, other threats from people who claim to represent quote-unquote Khalistan. And now you have a new army chief in Pakistan who may not necessarily have the same view as his predecessor, General Bajwa, because you look at the speech that was made by the new General Asim Munir in POK last week, that was very, very hawkish.
Zaka, you said it. I have lived through that nightmare under the leadership of late Mr. KPS Gill and Julius Ribeiro. And I do hope that we do not have to even see a part of that nightmare. I do share the optimism of Mr. Ahbaab Singh Grewal. And yes, we have a very hostile neighbor. And the only reason to sustain itself is hate India and create terrorism in Punjab. That's not going to happen. But let me tell you and remind our respected viewers, it is not in our interest to share allegations, level allegations. We should give the impression that we are a resolute nation and will fight this collectively. I share the optimism of Mr. Ahbaab Singh Grewal, but you mentioned the cobra, that you stepped on the cobra. But may I advise you, please, as a combatant, chop off the head of the cobra, sir. Chop off and the Punjabis and the Punjab police can do it. They have it. They did it in the past. They're doing it now. Give them the killer instinct which they enjoy, from whom we learn how to be a killer instinct when it comes to dealing with anti-national elements. 5 attacks, sir, in the last 12 months. May I give you the dates? 8th of March, 8th of May, Mohali. 7th of November, again the police picket. 21st of November, Pathankot. And again, it was perhaps in the month of March this year. So 5 attacks is a very serious matter. Then 3 targeted killings. It is not easy to prevent, but yes, the Punjab police have it in them to decimate them. We still do not have. Give them a free rein. You have a police force that is known as the pride of the nation, sir. Free them of all shackles of political interference and see they will get you the stars from the skies and the Milky Way. But yes, Zaka, you have a problem, a hostile neighbor, narco-terrorism, drone attacks, drone incursions carrying automatic, semi-automatic weapons, fake Indian currency, foreign currency, and narcotics. It is not easy. And all the agencies like the NIA, the RNAW, the IB, the BSF, and the Punjab police will have to come together and give a befitting reply to anti-national elements.
Mr. Grewal, the problem is that I think, with the new Pakistan Army chief and the statements that he's made, and 2, the sense of what has happened over the last 6 months. I don't want to take anything away from Mr. Mann, who is the chief minister, but he doesn't seem to be fully sort of understanding or fully gripped of the gravity of the situation. What we saw in Patiala, a few months ago, and then the subsequent murder of the quote-unquote Shiv Sena leader there, and what we are seeing at the Mohali headquarters, the rocket attack that happened, and today what happened in Tarn Taran, I think there is a feeling that the average Punjabi is looking at this and saying, this is a serious problem. This is a very, very serious problem, and the government needs to be up to the mark for it.
Yes, sir, first of all, before I answer that, Vikram sir was bang on. Sir, yes, and thank you. And there is a free hand that has been given. Thank you so much. And we will make sure that the police is given a free rein, and we will go after them. Yes, we will. Number two. A gentleman like Mr. Chahal, I am so proud. This is the first time I'm speaking to him, but he's the one who's been calling out those idiots like Gurupatwant Pannu. He is an idiot. Not even 10% of Punjabis in Canada listen to that idiot. And that too because of the money interest. He is an idiot of the first order. And they are trying to create mischief. They tried to create they created a Taliban in Afghanistan. They've sent a few idiots over here also. That's what they're trying to do. And I really appreciate Mr. Chahal because he questions them and he tells them to go where they belong, that is to hell. And we Punjabis, sir, are willing to. And number three, about Mr. Mann. I'm about 43. Mr. Mann is about 5 years older than me. Sir, we have grown up during those bad times. We have seen tanks outside the house. We have had relatives killed. I have had police relatives give up their lives. I had women of my family die. So we know what we are talking about. We know how serious this is. The thing is that the dirty politics that got hold of Punjab, the drug criminal nexus, the peace dividend, what was to accrue to Punjab after 97, never accrued. They went it with a vengeance. They started looting everything. And today they have brought us to a pass where now this is nothing else. This is nothing else. When our politicians play dirty politics, Pakistan is Pakistan. And their chief speech, sir, he's a Punjabi, I know, it's a bloody bravado. That's bravado, and they also know, unko apni auqat pata hai. About half an hour before that, a Pakistani was saying, try to send a drone. I said, we did a surgical strike, our Air Force came and bombed the hell out of you. What are you talking about, drones?
No, but Jasmine, Sandhawalia, one of the problems is because of this intense political rivalry, if you will, between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP is always looking at these incidents, these episodes, as something to highlight the quote-unquote inefficiency of the Aam Aadmi Party government.
Your voice is cracking.
But ma'am, the fact is that they got 93 seats. I don't know. I mean, last time I checked, the BJP was perhaps
no
in single digits in Punjab.
No, I totally agree with you that Punjab has overwhelmingly voted for them and they have 92 seats, they have 92 MLAs. But that does not mean that they have to wash their hands off and not govern us. They have to be committed to ensure that Punjab has law and order. Mr. Bhagwant Mann, unfortunately, with due respect, is a great human being, is a great Punjabi, but is an inexperienced governor. He is not doing governance. You see, the Home Ministry is under him. This is not a comedy show. This is running a government. And like everybody else has said, that this is a border state. The dynamics of the states is very different than the other states. For heaven's sake, the people of Punjab have voted for AAP, and we expect that law and order situation should not deteriorate. And this is not accusing anybody. It is for everybody to see that the intelligence headquarters were attacked. And today what has happened, Mr. Suri was killed. There is a fair psychosis in the state. And that needs to be addressed.
Mr.
And
Grewal,
he as a chief minister has to
the,
govern.
The onus is on the state government to address that concern that there is a fear psychosis. Whether or not there is one, fact is there is a perception of one, or at least there is a feeling that there is a fear psychosis.
There is an effort to create one. There's an effort to scare Hindus and effort to scare Sikhs and then get together for the unity of Hindus and Sikhs.
No.
Ma'am, wait. Ma'am, I didn't disturb you, please. Number two, you talked about the history. Darbara Singh and Gyani Zail Singh, two big experienced people, fought and brought Punjab terrorism. They did it. And more importantly, the gentleman he is in your party today, he's in your national executive. He had an ISI agent living in his house, and you had given him a visa. And Mr. Mann used to say
What are you doing now, sir? Let's talk about the 8 months that you have been governing Punjab. Let's talk about now. Let's not digress. Let's not digress from the main issue. As an astute politician and as an astute spokesperson, all that you're doing is digressing from the main issue. Let's talk about now what has happened in the 8 months.
What has happened is that the roots that were laid down during those 4.5 years when chikus and sitaphals were being planted in Punjab, those roots are coming out, and we will weed them out.
Please uproot them. Please uproot them.
Yes,
you've had 8 months to govern.
Okay, let me ask Ramnik Mann again. I come back to this whole thing. What the ceasefire with Pakistan, for whatever it's worth, has held for the better part of the last year plus now, almost close to 2 years. But the new army chief there seems to have a different idea or a different view of India-Pakistan relations and the comments that he made in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. I don't want to get into it. Are we sidelining from that? Are we sidetracking from that? Are we not taking those comments seriously? Because again, today, the manufacturing imprints on this RPG attack seem to be pointing all the way to Pakistan.
Well, Zaka, to begin with, when you ask about the ceasefire, I think it has worked counterproductive for the Indian interest at large. From losing our depth in Afghanistan to having Pakistan Army recollect and, get their assets together at our borders have been a different... Well, that's a story for another day. Though, I want to reply to Grewal Saab, when Grewal Saab says that, there are idiots operating. Well, then you must identify the idiots operating inside Punjab as well. When you identify others, and I must also point out, when you talk about the law and order situation, Kanwar Vijay Pratap, who is a former IG and IPS, now an Aam Aadmi Party MLA, he's on record saying that the law and order situation has collapsed. So when you say that you are working hard and you are doing things, your own people who are field experts, who are former IPS officers, they have said on record that the law and order situation has collapsed. So then you really need to look into the system as to who's running the Home Department and who are the idiots within the government, if not in Punjab per se. But also at the same time, Zaka, I should mention not just the 92 MLAs, but all 117 MLAs are responsible for governing Punjab. They are all public representatives. If you have a brute majority, you can't try and suppress the voices of the other public representatives who have come forward time and again, alarmingly pointing out that the situation in Punjab is constantly deteriorating. And again, I would repeat the word which has been referred and used by Grewal Saab, the idiots. There are several idiots who are, trying to deteriorate the situation in Punjab, trying to pitch to communities.
Look, I don't want to get into name calling, but the fact is that there is a serious problem today in Punjab.
Please.
And all the more, I'm out of time. Mansab, I'm out of time. I have to wrap up. All I'll say is that there is a serious problem today in Punjab, and the government there, the state government there, needs to be well aware of, apprised of, and alert to what is happening across the border, because the new army chief in Pakistan has sounded a warning bell. Of course, India has all the capabilities to take that threat on, but like the attack this morning in Tarn Taran pointed out, there is something that we need to pay very close attention to, and that is our own internal security situation, particularly in border states like Punjab. I want to leave it at that because no one wants to go back, or no one wants to return back to the 80s and 90s. That's a wrap. Thanks very much for tuning in to the Super Saturday Debate. Thanks very much for your time.